For decades, one small, secretive country has defied global superpowers, sanctions, and diplomacy, and survived. Tucked between giants like China, South Korea, and Russia, North Korea remains one of the most isolated and militarized nations on Earth. Each missile launch is not just a provocation, it's a message. North Korea is telling the world, we are not to be underestimated. So why hasn't the world stopped them? The answer is more complex than firepower or politics. It's about survival, deterrence, and global paralysis. After World War II, the Korean Peninsula, once united under Japanese rule, was split in two by the world's new superpowers, the United States and the Soviet Union. Two rival states emerged, democratic in the south, communist in the north, and with them, two radically different visions for Korea's future. In 1950, the North invaded the South, a brutal civil war that left millions dead, cities in ruins, and a nation frozen in time. By 1953, a ceasefire was signed, but not peace. The border became the world's most militarized zone, where tension hums like a live wire. Kim Il-sung, North Korea's founding ruler, forged a state around his personality, erasing dissent, glorifying his legacy, and building the foundation for a dynasty that would defy the world. In the shadows of the Cold War, North Korea began quietly building its nuclear ambition, long before the world noticed. In the 1990s, inspectors discovered troubling signs: uranium enrichment, reactor sites, and a regime unwilling to explain. The world responded with sanctions, but in a land already cut off, economic punishment became just another badge of defiance. Then, in 2006, the world changed. A tremor beneath the mountains signaled that North Korea had become a nuclear power. The test triggered panic in Seoul, in Washington, in Tokyo. The question was no longer if they could, but what they'd do next. From that moment on, the bomb became their shield, their sword, and their ticket to the negotiation table. Since the 1990s, the UN and the West have imposed layer upon layer of sanctions on weapons, banking, shipping, and trade. But for every sanction, there is a shadow network: smugglers, middlemen, and ships that vanish from radar at just the right time. Many of these networks lead back to one country: China, North Korea's neighbor, trading partner, and political shield. And in the digital age, a new frontier emerged: North Korean hackers stealing millions in crypto to fund the regime. In a system built on control, secrecy, and sacrifice, sanctions hurt, but they don't break. North Korea is designed to survive. China and North Korea share more than a border. They share blood, forged during war and sealed by ideology. To China, North Korea is a living buffer, a shield against American troops stationed just beyond the 38th parallel. What China fears most is not war, but collapse. A regime implosion could send millions flooding across its border overnight. So, while Beijing criticizes Pyongyang publicly, it quietly keeps the lights on, with fuel, food, and diplomatic cover. For China, a stable enemy is better than a chaotic friend, and so the game continues: quiet, calculated, and cold.